What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, stimulus check update, daily news, everything going on here in our country, in Washington, D.C., with the economy, money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about on a daily basis. Happy New Year's from our family to your family to our extended family here on YouTube. Let me know what you're doing here for New Year's Eve, and make sure to stay all the way to the end. We're going to have a couple special guest appearances for you guys here at the end of this video. So yeah, let me know what you're doing here for New Year's Eve. Are you doing anything special? Are you staying in? We're basically staying in and getting some takeout, and definitely make sure to watch to the end for our special guest appearances here on New Year's Eve. What a year 2021 was. I think most of us will be happy to ring in the new year and go forward to a 2022. Yeah, what a year it was. Although we will be starting off with record new cases of the new virus. It's not going to start off quite on the right foot, but at least we're moving into a new year, right? Got to always think positive, think as a optimist, not a pessimist, right? And we're moving forward and looking forward, not looking backward, right? But yeah, there's actually a lot of cancellations here going on for New Year's Eve. Not only around the world, but there's actually some performances being canceled here for New Year's Eve by some of the celebrities, by some of the performers. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what channel you're watching here, who ends up canceling tonight because of the virus. Several celebrity performers, music singers, and special guest appearances on TV shows are going to be canceling their performances tonight. That's right. You know, my wife just said, what a nightmare. Singer Ashanti and rapper Ja Rule have been added to the bill for Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. Karol G is the latest artist to bow out. Just yesterday, rapper LL Cool J announced that he had tested positive for the virus and was unable to perform. And R&B singer Chloe also dropped out. Yeah, Zach Brown shared that he had tested positive for the virus and he can't perform either. Also, the Pope is going to be canceling his visit to the Nativity and to discourage large crowds. Normally, thousands and thousands of people will gather to see the Pope, and he is canceling it just to discourage people from gathering to see him. So, multiple different things being canceled here. Remember, there are multiple New Year's Eve gatherings, some in the U.S. as well, and around the world. New York City is having theirs, but at a limited capacity. You have to be vaccinated, you have to be masked, and you have to social distance with a limited crowd. But around the world, other gatherings are being canceled completely. So what a year going forward. Yeah, my wife just said, you wouldn't think that 2 years into the pandemic, we'd be having these issues, but alas, here we are. And I was looking through the history of pandemics here, back with the Spanish flu, back from 1918, that kind of ended World War I, and other pandemics here in the past. And a lot of people don't realize that pandemics like this and viruses like this tend to happen somewhat frequently. Maybe I'll share that with you guys in an upcoming episode, because I feel like a lot of people think that there's some conspiracies behind this and stuff. But if you actually kind of look at H1N1 and bird flu and the Zika virus and Ebola and HIV and all these different kind of viruses that we deal with as on humanity, that aren't just here in the U.S. A lot of people kind of always get caught up in that they think it's the U.S. government, they think it's the Democrats, they think it's the Republicans, they think it's Biden, they think it's Trump. And we're dealing with this across the world, right? There's other governments in the world that are completely shutting down, and we're not shutting down here in the U.S., at least at this moment, right? Some people think we should shut down, and everybody has their own kind of opinion. But we have been dealing with viruses for centuries, and some of them have been a lot worse than this. It's actually kind of very interesting if you read into it. Yeah, the stock market for 2021 was actually a historic year. If you had any money invested, or if you had any money in a 401k or a pension that had money in stocks, the S&P 500 stock index ended 2021 with nearly a 27% gain, which is a very, very healthy gain. Dipped in the final day today here. You can see here the S&P 500 fell about 1/4%. The Dow Jones down about 60 points. The NASDAQ down about almost 100 points. That's because a lot of people sell on the final day to kind of lock in some losses where they can kind of lock in some loss leaders here, they call. But a 27% gain here is a very, very healthy gain for the year. And a lot of that's due to inflation. Typically, when you have high inflation, the markets will outperform inflation, and yeah, it's just been one of a good place to have your money. If you have had your money in stocks, it's been a good place. Crypto's been a pretty good place as well, depending on what cryptocurrency you have been. But again, it's very, very volatile as well. Now, if you are in Social Security, if you have Social Security or SSI, you if you're on SSI, supplemental security income, you should have gotten your raise here uh, yesterday, I believe. The maximum SSI payment with the 5.9% increase just got raised to $841. I'll zoom this in here a little bit. Okay, I believe those payments went out yesterday. Yeah, so last year, the maximum monthly payments for SSI was $794. This year, they have increased for SSI supplemental security income to $841 for an eligible individual and $1261 for an eligible individual with an eligible spouse, and $421 for an essential person. So most people at $841 and $1261 for a married couple. So that is an increase with your 5.9% increase. And anybody with on Social Security will be getting a 5.9% increase for January payments as well. Yeah, you could see here Social Security checks to rise by 5.9% for 2022 per month. This is a permanent increase for the COLA raise, cost of living adjustment. This is the largest increase in 39 years. So this will be a permanent raise that goes into effect here for the January checks for everybody on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and will be permanently increased here going forward and from here on out. So if you have a $1,000 monthly check, it will now be increased by an additional 5.9%, which is an additional $59 per month, just for a example here. The average retired worker makes, as you can see here, makes $1,562 per month. And so 1562 is going to get an additional 5.9%, so times 0.59. That's how you figure out what your raise is going to be. Take your monthly amount and then times it times 0.59. So the average person is going to get an additional $92 per month. Okay, that's based on $1,562 of the average person. Of course, if you make less, you're going to get 5.9% based on whatever you make. If you make more, you're going to get 5.9%. So the average person is going to get an additional $92 based on $1,562 per month. Okay, and that would be, added on to that. So that makes it around $1,650 per month. Also today, sadly, Betty White passed away at age 99. She was only a few weeks away from turning 100 years old. Um, so yeah, she was a TV icon, and yeah, she launched her TV career in daytime talk shows when the medium was still in its infancy and endured well into the age of cable and streaming. Yeah, so she died today at age 99. I hope that we all live to age 99. What an amazing accomplishment just to make it there. But obviously she was an amazing person and a legend, an absolute legend. I personally remember growing up watching them on the Golden Girls with my mom. You know, when you're a little kid, um, I watched the Golden Girls with my mom, and who hasn't watched the Golden Girls and seen Betty White? So yeah, so she's gone off to the Golden Gates now. So uh, yeah, she's off to a better place. Okay, and here we are with my first special guest, my beautiful wife Laurel. And we've been married for 10 years, and we've been together for 17 years.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, especially because you're only 17 years old.
I wish.
We'll have another special guest here in a moment, so stay tuned. But yeah, so happy early New Year's.
Yeah.
And tell them about a couple of the New Year's Eve traditions that we have that we got from my mom.
So we don't eat chicken. I think it's supposed to only be on the first day of the year.
But we're doing it on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Because the chicken will scratch back at you all year long.
And what does that mean?
That you'll have bad luck.
Well, I think it's also supposed to mean that the chicken
that you're
will
scratching for money.
Yeah, that you'll be scratching for money. So it's supposed to just be for New Year's Day.
That's what I think, at least.
Yeah. So, but that's what my mom says, is that don't eat chicken on New Year's Day because you'll be scratching for money all year.
And the chicken will scratch at you all year long.
Yeah. So that's my mom's thing. Don't eat chicken on New Year's Day. And then what's the other one?
We tape 50-cent pieces on our windows every year.
On a couple windows.
To bring us...
like in the little corners.
To bring us good luck and wealth.
And we've been doing it for like ever. And what we'll do is we'll take like 6 50-cent pieces. If you have any, you might want to try it. You could join us.
You can't even get them anymore, really.
I know, if you have one or two laying around the house. Because we used to
go to the bank, and then they said, oh, we don't have them anymore or whatever. So now we have to we have probably like 10 or 20 of them, and we just rotate a couple.
We just rotate the old stack that we have. And we'll just take a 50-cent piece, and we'll just tape it in the corner of a window, and we leave it up there all year round.
Yep.
And what I'll do is I'll put 2 in the front, and I'll have one like facing up, looking out, and I'll have one like facing in, looking in. And they're supposed to bring you good luck and bring you money all throughout the year. And that's my mom's kind of good luck thing that she's had since I was a kid.
Bizarre, because I didn't have any like New Year's traditions before I met you, and now we have all these special things that we do. I didn't have those before,
and I think it's worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our...
Now we need something that we can stick for health.
Yeah. So that would be my New Year's resolution, I would guess. My resolution, resolution, that's the right word, right?
Yes.
My New Year's resolution would be for us to, at least mine, would be for us to get healthy. So if you've been watching the show, you know that I've been dealing with a vertigo or a dizziness for like 9 months now. I'm dizzy every single day. And it's crazy to even think that I'm still dealing with this. But like 9 months ago or so, I just started getting dizzy every day. It's not from COVID or anything. I haven't had COVID yet. It's not from the vaccine, because this is well before I was even eligible to get a vaccine or anything like that. But it actually happened when I got a steroid. When I started taking steroids for my back, I had a back issue. Which, by the way, my back is much better from going to this chiropractor I've been going to. My back is way, way better. So I kind of got that issue alleviated for the time being. But I've just been dizzy every single day, and I've seen all these doctors and stuff, and just have not been able to figure it out. I do feel like I'm a little better. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm about 20% better, but I'm still dizzy every day. So my goal for 2022 is to try to solve this problem, to try to figure out this problem. Trust me, I've tried to figure it out so far, and we've tried to figure out everything.
Yeah.
And that's my goal or my resolution for 2022.
Yeah.
What are your resolutions?
I just hope I can maybe find some sort of resolution with my health issues, with my medullary sponge kidney.
Tell them what that is briefly, if they don't know.
Basically, I'm predisposed to forming kidney stones a lot more often, and it causes me to have daily chronic pain, which is really fun. But
In fact, she just did a scan. What did you just do?
I did a CT scan yesterday, so
And that actually showed that you still have a bunch of stones in both kidneys.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is what it is, right? Oh well.
which is surprising because you didn't think you had stones in the other kidney, right?
No, I knew. The other one has always had stones too.
Yeah. So we were saying it's a shame that there's not like a thing for like rare stones. But
Oh,
like,
if I could instead of producing just like this piece of junk crumb, I could make like a gem.
yeah, like isn't that a shame that like people don't produce like rare diamonds and
Yeah,
like and like only people that make kidney stones produce
yeah,
rare
that.
diamond like things? Like, wouldn't
Yeah,
that be cool?
I know.
Yeah. So like yeah. So I guess that's our resolutions is to get healthy this year.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is I feel like everybody has their burdens.
Yep.
Nobody lives a perfect life.
Nope.
Everybody has their own burdens
Overcome.
to overcome.
Mhm.
And even when you look at celebrities like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie and whoever it is, everybody has issues,
Yep.
and that's why you have to be an optimist, not a pessimist. You have to look forward in life, not backwards in life. You have to always be trying to do better. And now is the perfect time to do this, and be one of those people that looks forward with a resolution and says, "This is going to be the year that I better my life." Whatever it is,
Mhm.
whether it's just trying to do a little bit better.
Well, even if you don't accomplish it, just even the fact that if you try,
Yeah,
you know.
and honestly, just a little bit goes a long way. And for us, it's trying to be healthy with health issues.
Yeah.
It's not even like an easy thing. She's
No.
trying to solve a kidney problem, and I'm trying to solve a dizziness problem that's inside my head.
Mhm.
I think it's one of two things. I think it's vestibular migraines or it's a equilibrium issue. Try to solve that, right?
Yeah.
I think I may even have to fly out to California and go to this specialist at
Mhm.
Mark Cuban. If you know Mark Cuban from Shark Tank, got his issue solved at.
It's worth a try, right?
But I'm willing to do anything
Mhm.
because I'm not trying to live like this forever.
No.
I'm on this one medication I think that may be helping me. That's why I think I may have gotten 25% better.
Yeah, I think it is.
But that's the thing is I could just be negative every day and I could just be like, woe is me, and I could be like, this is terrible. But I'm deciding to think positive. I'm trying to think I'm 25% better, not 75% worse.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's the only way to look in life. I feel like that's the only way to be like, you got to think positive.
Yeah.
Because if not, think about where you're going to be. And that's how my advice to everybody here is think positive for 2022. Because
Mhm.
I mean, it's 2021 was and 2020 were extraordinary years, right?
Mhm. It's got to get better soon. You got to think, right? Ugh.
But think about us as a people. We are extraordinary people, and we have learned how to persevere through this.
Mhm.
And even through extraordinary times, I think about us as a community here on YouTube. When you read through the comments, we have the best community ever. You look through it as people just saying, "We love you. oh, it's great to see you. It's people always saying, oh, it's so good to see you. People, liking each other and saying, I mean, we have the best community on YouTube ever. It's like a big family every single day, every single day. And think about that. And I really feel like 2022 could be a good year for a lot of people.
Let's hope, right?
Yeah. Think about it. We've got through it so far this long.
Yeah.
Why don't you go grab our next special guest?
Okay.
Say, it's Happy New Year's time?
Happy New Year's time? What do we do at Happy New Year's? What do we do? Do you remember?
It's nighttime today.
Yeah, I know, but what do we do for Happy New Year's?
Now it's New Year time today.
Do you remember what we do?
It's New Year time today.
I know, but do you know what we do when it gets close to midnight?
Yeah.
What?
It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah. We count down to 0, and then it's Happy New Year's. What are you doing?
These are wiggling.
I know, isn't that funny?
You look like a little monster.
Yeah, like Henry Huggle.
And I'm hungry.
This red thing.
I'm hungry monster. I want hungry monster. I want hungry monster.
What kind of monster would you like to be?
A candy monster?
No.
No.
I'm gonna be a dado monster.
Oh.
Just think, buddy, in 2022, in the new year, you're going to turn 4 years old.
Yeah.
You're going to be 4 years old.
On Christmas Eve?
No, in a couple months.
And of course, you're never going to run out of energy, are you?
He'll make it to midnight for sure.
No.
He's going to eat me before midnight.
No.
Maybe you'll get to toast with us for New Year's Eve.
No.
I think Mommy has some sparkling cider for you.
I do. The red grape juice.
All right, buddy. Can you wish everybody Happy New Year's?
Yeah, can you say Happy New Year?
No.
Tell them. Say Happy New Year.
Guess what? We're not going to see them until next year.
Those guys?
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
We're not going to see those guys till next year.
No, I'm gonna see me and 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 me.
Yeah, we're not going to see those guys till next year.
No, we're gonna see those guys in the next video.
Yeah,
That's right.
In the next video.
I'm gonna see you next year.
Yay.
And say, can you click here to watch my next video?
Cashier, they're right. Next, tickle.
And say, all right, I'll see you next year.
I'll see you next tickle.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.